so no front. Kandi and Garrett, yeah, we say what you want. Real life, real stories, yeah, we keep it real. If you're looking for the truth, this is how it feel. Conversations that matter, yeah, we bringing it out. From the highs to the lows, yeah, we talking it out. No fluff, no cap, yeah, we keep
Welcome back to Real Talk with Kandi Thompson.
And Garrett Gray.
So today, you guys, we have kind of a fun little episode for you because we realize that there's so many shows out there, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so television has changed dramatically.
Right.
And when I was young, I mean, there was no pausing live TV.
Right.
We've talked about this. There was no, you had tapes that you would put in and record, the VHS tapes,
Right.
and then you'd have to rewind it, and you'd hope to God you didn't record over the episode you missed. So, but today, we're lucky to even see commercials, right?
I mean, well, I think they're coming back now.
They're doing whatever they can.
They're trying to make a valiant effort to come back to
Yeah.
all the paid sites as well, too, right now.
No, they are. And it's funny because they'll advertise on the bottom or they'll do, or like if you're on, if they paid enough, it'll stop in the middle and all of a sudden you'll have an advertisement. Or like an unpaid, what is it? Not episode. It's like the different, because, we used to be able to
Subscription?
watch TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to be able to watch TV on, and you got everything. And now
Yeah.
you have to have the separate subscriptions for everything.
Right.
And so if you didn't pay for it, you might get
Well, to get certain
commercials
things.
throughout. Yeah. So that's funny. Television is, it's just changed so much. So is watching movies.
Yeah.
If you guys remember, do you remember Blockbuster?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course I remember Blockbuster.
Okay.
I was a huge fan of Blockbuster.
I loved it.
I had the reverse pass. I had the Blockbuster pass.
Oh, I
I go
loved
in
it.
on like certain Thursdays or Fridays, go get the bucket of popcorn and go to like the new movie section or like the Blockbuster hit section, right?
Darn it. I should have, I actually should have brought in my Blockbuster card.
You
I still have
one?
it. I still have a
I
Blockbuster
don't
card.
think I
Yes.
have one still.
Yes. But I was always very diligent about, this was before you, but we would rewind our tapes before we brought them back in.
Right.
Then they switched to DVDs. Now this is kind of interesting. So I have a nephew in Texas who this was not very long ago. This was like 4 years ago. And so I don't know if it's still happening, but he goes to a local DVD store. Can you believe that they have, it's funny that that's still there. So it's like they're the old idea of a Blockbuster. He goes there, he rents the newest movies. They don't have them locked. So he comes home and he saves them all. He uploads them all onto his Hulu and then he takes them back and then he has them on his Hulu forever.
Wait, he downloads DVDs to his
Hulu. So he can somehow, if they're not locked, he can save that video to his Hulu straight from the DVD in that store. I don't know of any DVD store. I don't either. But I know because I had his Hulu password for a long time and all those movies are on there. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So he'd get the newest releases and then he'd have them on his Hulu. And so
I don't know how that works because I've never heard of that. That's crazy.
I had not either. Well, it's probably not very common because first of all, you'd have to have a DVD store.
Yeah, true.
So nobody has one of those.
Do we still have a DVD store in Amador County? I know there was one guy holding on hope up there at the Pine Grove Market right next to Star Donuts for a while.
He did hold on for a long time.
Yeah.
I think there is a Redbox. Remember that?
Redbox is completely...
Isn't that DVDs?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But Redbox went belly up.
Did
bankrupt.
it?
Yeah. So they left all of their stuff out. So you can go there and take a fake credit card or something like that and get... I'm sure that they've already been all taken out now.
Wow.
But they're no more, and they never picked up and returned or got any of their Redbox stuff. So they're still sitting
crazy.
there. They're a potential that you can go get a free movie or a game or whatever is left
Isn't
in there.
there one at
There's one at Walgreens, I'm pretty sure still, and then there's I believe there's still
Save
one
Mart?
over at I don't know about Save Mart.
Is Save Mart in Martell?
Yeah.
I think there's
The
one
old
there
Albertsons?
Too. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, so Redbox is not a thing anymore.
Okay, well,
But that would be the last getting DVD
right.
section, I think, in the world.
I know, but if you think about Netflix and how brilliant they were. So
How they
Netflix started
it's crazy.
with DVDs.
Yeah.
I mean, they started in the same way, like, let me mail them to you, and then you can hold on to them for so long. And if you...
It was a big competitor, I think, with Blockbuster and that. They were trying to do the same thing. And Blockbuster just couldn't keep up. And so Netflix was like, I think we did it first when it came out, my parents and my grandparents, because they were big moviegoers. So it was, you pay your $7 and you get 3 movies.
Yeah, that's right.
You get to choose to keep one, and then you send the other 2 back, and then you get 2 more, and you could just kind of rotate them out all the time.
That's right.
And then the digital age came, and I mean, now it's, you don't even have to, a TV you can buy now. You don't have to buy a TV or a different VCR, DVD cassette thing, or have an Xbox
They're all
or PlayStation.
smart. They've got everything on there. I love that. And you know what's so fun is like YouTube.
Except the subscriptions, I think, are going to be more.
I know they are. They are. So
now.
Nowadays, so in rental world, we rent to people, and we have a disclosure. Or that just basically states that if you have a satellite that you put on your house, here's the restrictions, right? You can't screw it into the roof. You can't do all these things. People don't even have those anymore. No. Nobody gets satellites anymore. Like they have internet, and they don't even have television. They don't even pay for TV service other than their individual subscriptions.
Right.
Yeah, it's so interesting. And so that is kind of fun, though, like when you travel, because we go a lot, you can log into yours and whatever TV you're in.
And it makes it super nice. So that's why iPads are so much easier to have now, phones, computers. Because I remember back in the day when we were traveling as kids, we had the old tube TV that had a VCR on the bottom of it. Right. So
that's right.
I mean, we probably ran Shrek to the ground because that was one of our favorites. Right. So in my dad's truck in the back, you'd have that tube TV sat down, and he had a converter from the 12 volt to a plug in. And he'd plug it in, and then we would just sit there, and it was propped up perfectly right in between me and this tube TV.
That's so
the
funny.
little 12-inch one.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And so we would just run through VHSs. So you'd have a stack of VHSs right in between us, and that's how we watched movies on long car rides.
That's so funny.
Except when you had to rewind them, it was like, all right, or I'm working on one, like trying to rewind
it's hilarious. Like it gets you got to pull it out a little bit. It got a little disheveled. Yeah. Well, we are excited today because what we want to do is, so now in today's day and age, right?
Yeah.
Now we binge watch, right?
Oh,
so,
God.
so I mean, I remember watching every episode of Friends, and I remember the to be continued, and you had to wait 3 months before. You had to wait the whole summer before they came back. So that's actually why September was always so exciting to me. September was like school's in, and all your episodes came back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when you get off to school, you're already throw your backpack down and start it up. Right.
And it was funny. I read yesterday somebody was talking about 90210, and I thought that was hilarious. That was when I was a little kid, and so that was. But now you binge watch them. Yeah. Now you don't have to wait all the time, and it kind of makes me mad.
I've binge watched Friends and The Office. And about 5 times now. So I've seen them multiple times because you could just sit there and watch all of them. Yeah.
It's my most favorite thing. And I'm not a big TV watcher, but my kids, they'll even while they're working, like they can just have it on and do whatever. And so
that's what my wife does now too. I'm like, what are you watching? She's like, I don't know, just background noise. But I've turned this radio on or play some music. I don't know.
No, and so it's funny because during COVID, that was the first time I'd ever binge watched anything in my whole life. Like I'd not ever sat down and really watched. I mean, I watched shows. Like I remember when The Office was originally on. And I thought it was the dumbest thing on the planet. I was like, Adam would watch it and, whenever it came out, and I'd be like, he's talking to the TV. Like, that's really weird. Yeah. And so then, but during COVID, we binge watched The Office, and I loved it.
Hilarious.
Love it so much. And so I've never officially watched it from beginning to end. I've probably seen every episode, but I don't know which order they go in. But then also, we tried our very hardest not to watch Grey's Anatomy. So the girls were watching Grey's Anatomy, and you're working and going through it, and those kind of things just suck in. Next thing you know, you're like sitting and watching. And I love the crime shows or the medical shows. Yeah, love them. And I mean, I am truly a self-professed surgeon. I just want you to know. But watching, so we actually started watching Grey's Anatomy season 7. Because we tried to procrastinate. And next thing you know, we're like, oh, screw it. We're in. Let's watch this. And so we watched from season 7 all the way without watching the first 6. Oh so then once it was over, then we went and rewatched the first 6, which was kind of funny to do it that way. But even still, my girls will turn on
That
Grey's
is
Anatomy.
one TV show I've never watched fully.
No?
I've been in and out because Maddie's probably watched it a million times, right?
Yeah.
Me, I'm like bits and pieces. Because what happens is my wife, she'll watch a little bit and I'll get sucked into it at night and I'll watch a little bit of it. And then she'll keep going through the day and I'll be like, Okay, what episode?
Yeah.
I'm on season
She's
5.
another season.
You skipped 1 through 4 already? Like, what are you doing?
That's hilarious.
So I'm like, whatever. I'm done with
Yeah.
it. There's only a couple that I've really watched fully, and it really started. My binge watching really started when we did deployments.
Oh, okay.
Because when I first went on deployment, it was like, you had the guy that had the stack of DVDs, right?
Yeah.
And then it went into the hard drives because then everybody had them downloaded. So my second deployment, oh my gosh, you would be passing around hard drives trying to get all the movies.
That's funny.
that came out. So you'd be able to get, anything new that came out or whatever. So I'd have like 500 movies on this thing and a bunch of TV shows. And that's when I actually watched all of Game of Thrones was on a deployment because we had nothing else to do when we're on a ship. So you just sit there and watch and just binge. So once I got back, then I started getting into more like watching TV shows and binge watching them. So
and it's fun. I mean, there's a lot of good shows out there.
I agree.
For those of you who have not ever delved into this, right? I feel like it's kind of the baby boomers. Like they're not, some have figured it out, but like your TV will do Netflix, it'll do Peacock, it'll do Paramount, it'll do all of the.
we could be here all day.
Hulu. Yeah, I know they keep coming out with new ones every day. But you can watch these shows, and so there's been some that have been so fun. So we watched. I wish Adam was here. One of my very first ones, other than during COVID when we binge watched Grey's Anatomy. And another one that's like Grey's Anatomy that I like a lot is called The Resident. That's actually a fairly new one. I like that a lot. That's and my gosh, Gilmore Girls. Do you know how many times I've had to watch Gilmore Girls?
I'm probably sure a lot. I've had to watch it a lot, so I'm sure you've watched it a lot.
I know every episode. I mean, it made me think because The Resident was the boyfriend in it. Yeah.
I don't know that, so.
Oh, you don't.
I've never watched The Resident. I have watched a little bit of Gilmore Girls, only because it's just been on the TV. No. I don't own, the TVs in my house are not mine. Okay, let's just put this up. So when I get my TV time, it's from like 10 o'clock at night to about 11 when I go to bed. Everything else is the kids or my wife. So
but you video game.
I do video game, yeah. So I do that.
Yeah, well, so I'm trying to think. Okay, so The Resident, there is one. So there's 2 shows that I loved so much. And I got to, Kim, you're going to have to look it up on your phone. Kim's getting. Can
you explain me a little bit of it?
Yes. So
what's the premise?
I want to say it's not All in the Family but it's something like that. It's it's one that's meant for the family.
Okay.
It's like it's
Parenthood.
It's not Parenthood. It's
because there's one that is.
It's something like that. Well, Parenthood wasn't that an old time show?
No, Parenthood's relatively new. Well, now it's a little old, but it was like a Netflix kind of series.
Okay. Maybe that's it. Can we look and see if that's it? Because it was so good, and it had like
I think the girl from Gilmore Girls is on it.
She is. Yeah.
So it's Parenthood.
It is. Okay, so Parenthood is amazing. If you guys have not watched that, it's family friendly. We watched it with our kids when they were in high school. Like it's such a cute show, and it lasts forever, but it's such a cute show. Then the other one that we watched, Kim, you'll have to look this one up because I can't remember the name of this one either. This one was
I like this game.
It was about, there were a couple that she was pregnant. They were like sweethearts, college sweethearts, and then she got pregnant. And she was pregnant with triplets.
Wow.
And then she went in to deliver them, and only 2 made it, and 1 didn't. Okay. And there was a baby that was dropped off at the exact same time that was dropped off at a fire station at the exact same time. So in the nursery, it was her 2 and this one. Well, 2 of them were white and 1 of them was black, and they were a white family in a very white predominantly area, very similar to Amador County. And so they were like, we're not leaving him. Like, he's going to be the 3rd. And so it's the cutest show on them raising him. What is that called, Kim?
I want to know how you're looking this up, Kim. When you're putting in, what she just described, what are you searching in your search bar?
They that had triplets, but 1 died and they adopted a baby. This is us. This is us. And it is the greatest show. That is also a family-friendly show. If you haven't watched it, you will love it. You won't be able to put it down. This is us. So Parenthood and This Is Us, those were like ones that, we even watched Parenthood when we had Tobias, our foreign exchange student here. And we would no one could go ahead. Like we had to, are you busy? You got something going on? Am I interrupting something?
No, you're fine.
So that was so fun. And then
Are
we
you busy?
had.
Are you interrupting something?
No, my phone that's recording us is ringing, and I'm trying to stop it. I want to make sure it doesn't throw out the recording. Anyway, so what are like some other? So you watched Game of Thrones.
I did
and that's
watch
very, very popular.
I've watched all.
Aaron loves Game of Thrones.
I've watched Game of Thrones probably 3 times. From beginning to end, and because I've done it, I watched on deployment, and then if my family wanted to watch it, and then my wife wanted to watch it, so I've watched it multiple times.
Okay.
Now I've watched all the other spin-offs of that as well. I've already watched House of Dragons, and then I watched the new one, which was the 7 Knights of the Kingdom of the 7 Knights, or I don't know. It's about the knights of that area, Westeros, right? So I watched all of that. That was good. I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy, so I've watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies that are out on it. But now there's a TV show too, is Ring of Power, which is on Amazon Prime. And then my favorite one was Peaky Blinders. And if you've never watched Peaky Blinders, it's on Netflix.
Is it?
Such a great TV show.
What's it about?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a gangsters. It's Irish or like that Jewish / like gypsy era of Europe. In a sense of that area, right? So it's all like about gangsters and it's the Shelbys, which it's off of like a loosely based real thing. They come back from like I think World War I, and it shows them coming to be one of the biggest crime syndicates of the era, right? And like what he's done and what he did. What? Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders.
And I'm sure a ton of people have seen it. It's a really good one. And I watched that twice because I watched On Deployment when it first started coming out. And then me and my wife watched it because I told her we got to watch this show.
I love
so we started all over because new seasons were still coming out.
Yeah.
So that was a super good one. And then I'm big on like those star shows. So like during that time, like Game of Thrones, they came out with like Black Sails, which was super good, a pirate kind of themed deal. What was another one? Boardwalk Empire, which it's like a prohibition of the United States. So it goes through that whole era. A lot of like historically accurate ones. That's super fun to me to kind of watch.
So for the non-history people, watch Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever seen it?
I've started it when it first came out, and then I never watched it again.
No.
I think I watched like the first episode.
I'm hoping that it can even be found. So at some point, Netflix was not going to have it anymore. One of the platforms will have it. And so Schitt's Creek, SCHITZ. It is hilarious.
Yeah.
And so that one's actually a good one to watch because they're 30-minute episodes. So it's not like you have to, the other ones that are an hour, they are truly an hour because you don't have any, we used to think that. Yeah, commercials, you'd be like, okay, I got 45 minutes, but it's actually truly an hour. So 30 minutes. Schitt's Creek is one of the funniest shows I've ever watched in my whole life. And it's hilarious. It's like this super wealthy family, like ridiculously wealthy. Like their house was so large, they never saw their kids and their kids were raised by nannies, but they were very wealthy, very, famous. They like their kids hung out with actors and it was really funny. And all of a sudden in the first episode, they lose everything. Yeah. So whoever's been filing their taxes and doing all their taxes for them, they lose everything and they take everything from them except for a city that he bought as a joke called Schitt's Creek. That was a city that he owns. And so they have to move into this hotel in Schitt's Creek. And it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. And actually Moira, who is the mom, she just passed away. She's a phenomenal actress. I wish I could remember her name, but I'm
never good at that, remembering actresses' name, unless it was like oldies when I was watching, like George Clooney or all that kind of era when the movies were big.
Well, Schitt's Creek was hilarious, and there's a lot of super fun ones like that too that are out there. Just little My Girl, is that it? New Girl. New Girl's really funny. That's super fun, and they have fun characters. That's just one that like you can watch in the background.
And, like aimlessly kind of come in, come out.
Really funny.
My thing is my problem that I do is when I watch a lot of shows that kind of like, and I guess that's why people watch shows too, is that it kind of they see like similarities between their life and like what's going on in an episode, and that's what kind of like drags them into it because they have like a personal connection. I don't like that sometimes when I watch it. So like watching like SEAL Team sit or like the SEAL team or Which one was I watching just recently? Dark Wolf or Terminal List with Chris Pratt. Oh, so good. But some of these things, they get me like super anxious and like, and we'll like watching my wife's stuff too, like the murder mysteries and all that. I absolutely hate them. I hate them because it just gets
Criminal Minds.
It gets my, but again, I think that's why people like it too, because they can see that like it's somewhat real or could happen or has happened and they've read about it. And I just don't enjoy that at all. So then I'll go to cartoons and I'll start watching anime.
That's hilarious.
Which back in the day when you were a kid watching anime, you were a nerd, right?
I'm not so certain.
No, back in the day it was. I mean, nowadays it's a little bit more. You don't have to hide it as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You don't?
no,
You might
absolutely
wanna.
not. Well, no, watching those. But I mean, you think about it, right? If I'm watching that, when you watch your regular episodes or like the real stuff, you know, it's 8 seasons, maybe 15 episodes a season, all that stuff. When you watch an anime episode, it's 20 seasons of almost 100 episodes a season. So you can watch over 1,000 episodes for one thing and all the characters are the same. And there's so much deep plot. And
That's hilarious.
But that's what I'm saying. So when I'm watching shows, like I want something I'm going to binge.
That's
you know what I'm
really
saying? So
funny.
some of them are like 15 minutes to an hour long.
Yeah.
And you could sit there for months watching the same show and go that long. And that's why I kind of like it too, because it gives me something to watch all the time. So I have to go here and be like, man, what did I start? Oh, did I finish this? Or did I move on to this one? And that's what I enjoy watching sometimes, because it gets me off of the potentially realism of what these shows are really kind of pronouncing.
No, for real. You do get it with escape.
Yeah,
you're kind of escaping.
Like, you know, so, but again, being able to watch 1,000 episodes. I mean,
That's
there's
interesting.
one.
Name one episode of anime for people don't have a
so Naruto is probably one of the best.
Okay.
It's old back in the day. It started when I was a kid in high school, or not even in high school, like junior high, elementary school, where we were coming home and you'd get on the TV and you're like, oh, it's about to come on 3 o'clock. Boom, you start. So I was like the stuff I was growing up with, but now they've went into where there's, I mean, shoot, you can get lost on Naruto to Naruto Shippuden to now he's got a kid Boruto. So it's like there's, I mean, it can fill in a whole year of being able to watch this stuff back to back to back.
Oh my gosh.
So
no, anime is a huge thing. I mean, we actually just had on Main Street, there's a shop that just opened up in Jackson that has an
card shop.
Anime.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So we have to talk about Taylor Sheridan's shows.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The guy's killing it right now.
A gazillion.
Yeah.
He has a gazillion. And so there's one, though, that I can't remember the name of, but it's a military one. And it's really about one, like a female. Who,
Lioness.
Yes, Lioness.
I watched the whole thing.
And it's so good. It is so good. So that one is, are we still going? So Lioness, oh my gosh, so good. I'm hoping for more episodes of that. But I mean, so Taylor Sheridan was the originator of Yellowstone.
Right.
Yellowstone is amazing if you guys have not watched it. I feel like in Amador County, we kind of relate to this a little bit because we do have a lot of farmland. We do have a lot of ranchers. We are, we kind of protect our own. We're not all, metropolitan and buildings everywhere. And so I do feel like we kind of related to that a little bit. And that was so good. And Kevin Costner did such a phenomenal job in that. So if you guys have not watched it, you need to. My cousin and her husband have not watched it yet. Wow. And I'm like, they have a ranch. Like, they would love it.
So I will tell you, I have only watched Yellowstone up to season 4. When season 4 just came out, and I watched the first episode, and I haven't seen anything after season 4, and I'm so behind. Well, it's one of the ones that I started with my wife, and we want to watch it together. But then she thinks for some reason I watched it without her, but she does that all the time.
So she went ahead.
I digress.
So she went ahead.
She didn't go ahead. She says I did. And I don't remember doing that.
Okay,
so now we've been sitting
back.
here. Exactly. Now we've been sitting here kind of waiting at this stalemate game of like, okay, when do we watch it? Because we have all these other TV shows going on too, like the Fallout episodes and all these other ones that we've been watching. We've never gotten back to it. But I did just end up watching, I don't know if you have, I'm watching U.S. Marshals right now, which is with Casey. And then I just finished the the Dutton Ranch with Beth and Rip, which
so
was
good.
so good.
So good,
And I think that's better than U.S. Marshals. U.S. Marshals, I
like
watch it
it.
and I'm like,
it's more like a Criminal Minds type.
kind of, but I'm like, it's so repetitive, man. Like, I'm like, how far can you go? And I do this to a lot of like Rookie or 911 or all those. It's like the same premise every show.
Yeah.
Oh, some absolutely astronomical thing just happened that is potentially not a possibility, and it's every episode. And I'm like, okay, here we go. But I get sucked in every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's going to go like that to where, like, how long can you really keep that up until they bring them back together? Do you think they're ever going to bring them back together?
I don't.
You think that whole thing is going to get wrapped back in there? You don't?
I don't.
Think so?
I mean, I think that we might see people show up on the different shows.
Yeah.
I think we might see, just because they're Casey's the brother and Beth, and so I think they might do that a little bit. But I thought so. So with Taylor Sheridan's show, so just so you guys know, Yellowstone was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Yellowstone ended up, Kevin Costner was actually planning on doing a different movie and didn't plan on Yellowstone being as big of a hit as it was.
Yeah.
And so, so he actually ended up leaving the show, which then they replaced it. So the whole idea of their replacement was with Kurt Russell. So have you seen that one? And it's called
18.
Kim, will you look up what
19. No,
what the one is with the 18? No,
because that's
look up after
there's
Yellowstone.
1884 or 1880.
No, so there is
but there's
18,
all the different ones.
There is like 1848 and then 1913 or 1912 or something crazy. Anyway, those are really good. And so those take Yellowstone, but then they go before. So it's like the great grandfather and then really, really good to watch. But then at the same time they were doing Tulsa King. Have you seen that?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So that's with Sylvester Stallone. Amazing. If you have not seen Tulsa King, and there's a couple episodes of that. And then
Mayor of Kingston too.
Mayor of Kingston was so good.
So
yes.
good. Paramount was on a roll for a hot minute.
Because they're all Taylor Sheridan shows.
Which I will say, it was on a roll, but out of all the apps, worst app to freaking use. It was always so good. He's gotten better, but it used to be just so...
Didn't he switch though? Didn't Taylor Sheridan have a falling out with one of those stations?
I don't know, because they're all still there.
Yeah.
So that's
I think it might have just been airing it on TV.
Oh.
I know, but what's the one that is for...
solid.
What's the one that's after? It's just say that... What is after Yellowstone? So what it was is they kind of took Yellowstone and they broke it into 3 shows.
Right.
So there's one that it's Kurt Russell, and it's not, they're not talking, like there's no talk of Dutton Ranch. There's not anything like that, but it's a great show. And it's Kurt Russell is kind of the main character, and he passes away in the first episode, and that's no surprise. They show that in the,
Is this on now?
It's on
Is it
now.
The Madisons or the
The Madisons,
okay,
yes.
Yeah, I've never
or the Madison. It's about the county, right?
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's so
I've seen
good.
this is something that's connected to it, but I have not clicked on it and watched it yet.
So it's really, really good. So they came out with like 3 episodes out of the gate, and then they came out with like 3 more. So we're stuck at 6 and we're at a standstill. But that one is really good. And I think it's called Madison. Yeah. It's about the county is what it is. So it's not about like a family called the Madisons.
Okay.
But it's
like Madison
so
County
good. Yes,
gotcha.
yes. So if you guys haven't seen that, watch that. And then also Landman is an amazing one.
Good.
That one's really, really good. And that one is with, what's his name?
Billy
Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, he does a great job in that. Although the wife makes me crazy. She makes me crazy. There's only so much I can take of her. But I know that that's the role, right?
That's the role.
And that was fun because my girls were at TCU while they were filming Landman, and so they
had like Dallas Fort Worth kind of like. And
one of their good friends
TCU.
Actually went to work for Taylor Sheridan, so now she's like a personal assistant for him and works. Yeah. So so now there is. So Yellowstone broke into Madison, or what does it say it is, Kim? Madison. Then it broke into Dutton Ranch, which and that's the Beth and Rip,
right?
And which is so good. I feel like it has such a same feel as Yellowstone.
Yes.
And then the other one is Marshals. And Marshals is for Casey.
Yeah.
And so I like that.
It's good.
I feel like it's still kind of getting its feet wet a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones that you can really just kind of watch in the background. You don't need to get like plot points from it. But like if you
pretty
watch,
much are going to know whatever it is.
Like the Dutton Ranch, you gotta have to see what happened last episode and like keep track of what's going on because there is a lot of moving parts.
Yes.
Unlike Casey's, where it's like okay, who are they fighting and finding today?
Casey's it does kind of remind me of like a Criminal Minds or something like that, because it is
NCIS
they resolve whatever conflict it is. It seems like the same episode.
Every time.
So and then so those are all really good.
Now we haven't talked about one of the main ones that my parents really like.
Okay, tell me.
Is Reacher. Have you ever seen Reacher?
Loved it. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
When it came out, it was at the I think the low of when TV shows were coming out, and in between all the Yellowstone stuff, to where it was so bingeable. Yeah. It's unreal.
Yeah, but it was years ago.
Yeah, it was a book,
and then it was a series, and now it
was a movie series when movies were big and TV shows weren't, right?
Yeah.
But the guy that was portrayed with what's his name, Tom Cruise, is not the portrayal of what Tom Clancy had originally wrote in his books.
Right. No, the guy now
Alan Rickman is like literally to a T exactly how he was supposed to be, which makes it even better because now it gets people more invested into the books as well. Like my dad started, he read them before when he was working wherever he was working, but now he's like, I gotta, what's the next season? Okay, I gotta go get the book. I gotta read through the book first, and then I want to watch. And then they were so accurate to the book and the video, which makes it super great.
Yeah, that one is good.
Reacher.
And then there's a couple other really good ones too.
Oh, Virgin River is super good. I was so mad because, okay, this Netflix thing is driving me nuts. If one person pays for it, you know what? Give it to the household. All right, let's stop trying to make the money on this. You're already making a ton of money.
Yeah.
Just let one person buy it. Everybody knows they work off the passwords and the internet of the same. But Virgin River was one of the big ones I was watching on Netflix when they started taking over of, this isn't your household. Are you on vacation or whatever?
They know you're on an IP address.
Yeah. I was just getting to the end of it.
Yeah, Virgin River was really, really good. I loved it. And it was one of those that it was like pretty predictable.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's fun. It's like a fun family
another good
show.
One that kind of like Virgin River was The Heart of Dixie.
Aren't they exactly the same?
Solid. No.
It is.
They're identical. They're identical.
I think they have. I think they even have some of the same actors in them.
Yeah.
Oh, Sullivan's Crossing. That's what it is. So Virgin River and Sullivan's Crossing are almost identical shows.
Yeah.
Like they actually have the same.
Heart of Dixie's pretty close though too, because the same thing. A doctor moves in out of town. She was a high prestigious doctor here.
Okay.
And then she falls in love with the local hot guy, whatever, right? And then they had this falling out, and working for another male practice that was, getting old and needed to retire.
That's funny.
So it's very similar, but it was during the time of like when Grey's Anatomy was getting big too. So it's like, and people see it like, oh my gosh, the doctor thing is big right now. Let's start a little, hometown doctor feel, right? So
I wish Adam was here. Hey, will you reach out to Dad? And I want to know, because we have so many good shows and I can't remember, but there's one that is, actually, we have a couple that are like really good. So we like a lot of the Adam likes action, right?
Yeah.
So he would have rather poked his eyeballs out with pins than watch Virgin River. Like that was enough to make. He would do it.
There's a good amount of action in it though too, and drama, super drama.
Yeah. But there's one that we watch, and it's called darn it. And there's a couple of really good ones. So Em will find out from Dad what are our favorite shows. But have him on the phone with you. So when I'm asking, so he can know. Adam is not in the room today. So, but I like the criminal ones. Now there's also one that's called, it's the same guy who was in Parenthood. He's the one that was like the celebrity, but he was
and he had it's married to, what's her name?
He had his own TV show. I mean, on Parenthood, he was like the celebrity. Tracker. Tracker's a good one.
But again, I think Tracker's like the same like Marshall's.
No, it is, but Tracker's a fun one to watch because the whole idea behind it is like people who have a loved one or someone that's gone missing, they can hire this guy who get out of that chair. We can hire someone who is, my gosh. We can hire so Tracker is a really good one because it's where you have where you lost a loved one. Yeah. Not lost them like they've died, but someone's missing. Mm-hmm. And you can hire this guy who all he does, he was raised kind of in the wilderness by his dad and he finds people. Yeah. He knows all.
He's like a survivor.
Yeah, it is. It's a really cool show. I like it.
Okay, so let's change off to a little bit of realism here. Do you watch a lot of trash TV? And when I mean trash TV, I mean reality shows.
I love Survivor.
Okay.
And I don't.
Never gotten on Survivor. I'm a big Real World, The Challenge.
Oh, okay.
Love watching The Challenge.
So Survivor was one of the greatest episodes. Was this last season? It was season 50.
Okay.
And they brought in, they handpicked the people to come back for season 50. And it was so good. Yes, it was so good. There was someone, I think, from episode, they're second season, something like that. And so it's crazy.
Right.
They played 20 years ago and they're playing again. It was really, really good.
My wife and me, we watched The Challenge. We try to watch that one. And then we've been watching Traitors lately.
Oh,
which has been pretty good. And then we watch Big Brother every year. We've watched Big Brother since season 6. Okay. Yeah. So that's our summer thing. When we were dating in high school, it was okay, school's about to start. We start Big Brother. And that was the first person that I ever watched it with because I'd never seen it before until I met my wife. And now I watch it every summer.
Yeah, I didn't watch Big Brother. What is...
I've never watched Naked and Afraid.
Ask Dad what the... so there was... I know. He's the one that knows all the shows. Did you hang up with him? Oh my gosh.
He said keep him on.
So what is the one that is the guy would answer the phone? What is that, Adam? The guy sits
Deal or
in
No
one
Deal?
room? What's it called?
Answers the phone?
Adam knows. Listen, you guys, if I'm
Deal or No Deal. He answers the
Person of Interest is a really good one. That's not it.
Never seen it.
That's not it, but it is. Person of Interest is a really good one. If you've not ever seen Person of Interest, it's a really good one. Can you turn that down a little bit?
Oh, no, you're watching it.
Person of Interest is a really good one because it's hilarious. It's 10 or 15 years ago, but it's talking about cameras, that there's a system out there that watches you.
Yeah.
And that
my wife watched
and
that.
it's trying to detect, it's trying to stop crime.
Yeah.
But what happens is it will give you a number before someone is and so you don't know. It gives you a number, and that number is that person is in either a perpetrator that's going to hurt someone or they're going to be hurt. And so this guy who created this whole system, those guys are just thrown away. Nobody pays attention to those. And he's we can actually stop so much crime before it actually happens so he recruits this person. So they have to operate in the shadows because no one can know that this system exists. But it's really good. Person of Interest is a really good one if you haven't seen that. And then what's the one? The what?
Excuse me?
The Night Agent.
The Night Agent.
The Night Agent.
Good.
He answers the phone.
So good.
The Night Agent.
Yeah. So good.
Oh, the Night Agent
That's a good one.
So good. If you guys have not seen that.
Another one I was mad about when the Netflix got taken away from me because I was getting in that.
Oh, you're cracking me up.
So then there's go off the Night Agent and then go The Recruit.
Have we seen The Recruit, Adam? Oh, I think we started it.
It's good. It's very similar. It's a guy that's a CIA, but he's a lawyer.
Okay.
And he starts getting into all the weeds of all this stuff and then doing his own thing. Oh, that one's good too.
Speaking of lawyers, Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln Lawyer
is so good.
But
and Bosch is a good one.
Oh my God.
I love Bosch.
Both Bosch. Bosch, that and Bosch Legacy was super good.
Yeah.
But if you watch Lincoln Lawyer, the first time I watched Lincoln Lawyer was the movie Lincoln Lawyer with Matthew McConaughey.
Adam's in the room, you guys.
Yeah. So
he might be on speakerphone, but Adam knows all, and we're a little lost when he's not here.
But no, what? And so, man, Netflix came out with a lot of good
Adam,
ones.
what's the one that is? So Lincoln Lawyer. What was the other one that we loved so much? The attorney show.
It's Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh. No.
Innocent Murder?
No. It's the attorney that he wasn't an attorney. Suits is so good.
Suits is good. Well, then you got to go with that one. Go to White Collar, an old TV show, but that one was super good.
I didn't see White Collar.
So White Collar is about a guy that is a art thief, right? And he can see and visualize and recreate all this stuff. So he's like a fraudulent art person, but he also steals art.
Yeah.
And he gets in with the people that have been hunting him down. So they take him on as a PI. and he goes through and like pretty much helps them capture other thieves, and it's really good.
I love
like white collar crime.
That.
That's why it's gonna go to
I
Oscar.
love that. Emily, what was the one you watched about the soccer coach?
Kicking and Screaming.
Ted Lasso.
I've never seen Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is so good. Yes,
Yeah,
Ted
but it was
Lasso.
only on Apple TV, and that's when I had it. And so I got Apple TV, and I chose not to watch Ted Lasso. I watched Sticks. The reason I got it was for Sticks, which is a golf TV show with Owen Wilson. Yeah. So good. So good.
Oh, so Ted Lasso is such a great show, and he's a soccer coach.
Right.
And
well, he's actually a football coach coaching soccer.
Yeah.
And so he's bringing all this like American. I've seen a little bit of it, but I've never watched it. Right.
It's
the greatest
loved
ever. Top tier.
Emily loved it. Okay. And then what's the basketball one we're watching, Adam?
Basketball on Hopes and Dreams?
Slam Dunk? Is that what it's called?
What's that other basketball one that just came out new?
They own a basketball team. What are you saying? They own a basketball team. This family owns a basketball team, and it's kind of like it's a sitcom, but it's really funny. What do you say?
Front court.
Front court.
Front court.
Back court, full court.
Maybe look it up.
Full court press.
Maybe look it up.
You know, we're gonna come back with that.
It's actually really cute. It's the family owns it, and then the guy who kind of runs it has to, so the daughter who's been raised by the dad that owned it, she's the one that takes over the team and starts making all the decisions. And so it's actually really, if you like basketball, it's a fun one. I'm trying to think of any others. We have a room full of people, guys. Any other shows that anybody has seen? This is the whole goal. Yeah, see people do this online.
If you guys don't know any good shows, right?
Yeah.
Hey, check it out, man. We got some for you.
Well, and
Shameless. Oh, dude. Have you ever seen Shameless?
Shameless. I have.
Shameless was shameless. Shameless was good.
So if you guys also have shows.
The Bear. What's another one? It's a cooking show.
Not The Bear.
What's another one that was just
The Bear's enough to make you want to you're like,
anxiety
I'm
through the
so
roof.
stressed out by the end of that show. I don't need to watch a show that makes me so stressed out.
Right.
Emily loves it. Emily loves The Bear, and she makes us. She loves the cooking shows. So we have to watch the greatest cook-off. What are the Great British Baking Show, and it is
That's
addicting.
a tongue twister.
I love that show so much. It is a feel good, and it's really
Feel better about yourself.
So then I feel like there's some.
So I've been watching The Rookie that's finishing up here, I think soon.
What's that?
The Rookie. Mm-hmm. So it's about an old gentleman that got a divorce, decided to have a whole change in the career, goes to LA and becomes a cop, LAPD, and he just goes through the ranks, and it's just pretty much about LA cops, right?
Oh,
and
I love that.
It's really good.
Oh, what's your guys' 911 thing that you watch?
911.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is so
that
great.
was my binge when I was in bed rest after getting my eye removed. That's what I watched the entire time.
It's hilarious.
Every minute of it.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a very lighthearted, funny cop show. Great. It's great. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is really good. Any others that you can think of, Adam, while you're with us here in the studio?
We went through that one.
Did that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, guys, if you guys know your favorite show, go ahead and drop it into the comments.
Please do, yeah.
If you guys want to know what we think about your favorite show, go ahead and ask us to do a review on that, and we'll tell you how it is.
We would love to, yes. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week. The views and opinions expressed on Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Divine Properties, their affiliates, sponsors, advertisers, or any organizations discussed on this program. This podcast is provided for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered legal, financial, tax, real estate, medical, or professional advice. While we strive to provide accurate information, we make no representations or warranties regarding its completeness or reliability. By listening to this podcast, you acknowledge that Real Talk with Kandi and Garrett, Kandi Thompson, Garrett Gray, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Divine Properties, their affiliates, guests, sponsors, advertisers, and all associated parties shall not be held liable for any actions, decisions, losses, damages, claims, or consequences arising from the use of or reliance upon any content presented in this podcast.